Welcome back. Joining us now is Melissa Walter and Erin Parr from our sponsors at Horizon Health Services, who have extensive knowledge in current mental health trends in our community's youth. Thanks for coming in today, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to be here.
Of course. I want to start off by talking about what recent trends you've been seeing with adolescents and substance abuse.
Sure. So we're definitely seeing a rise in cannabis, alcohol, nicotine, and other substance use among children and adolescents. So for children and adolescents ages 10 to 19, we're seeing rates of substance abuse at about 28%, and that increases to 68% when they turn 20 to 25. So very large numbers for both.
Do you want to talk about why it's important for our community to stay educated around cannabis use specifically and what those effects are?
Right. Well, cannabis use is a hot topic these days, ever since legalization of adult recreational use cannabis, and the key word there is adult. There are significant concerns with the adolescent brain, the developing brain, being exposed to cannabis at an early age. So one of the primary, educational tools that we have right now is to share with both parents and educators and any other adult mentors in a child's life to be able to encourage them to have open conversations with youth about those potential risks. And we know that the exposure of cannabis to the developing brain can have some significant impacts, not just when a young person might be using, but we know that those impacts in terms of memory, focus, concentration, learning, processing speed, emotion regulation, attention, all of those brain functions can be impacted longer term as well.
Do you want to talk about why education around substance abuse is so important for not only the young adults, but also the parents and the family as a whole?
Yeah, certainly. I think the number one reason education is really essential is because there are so many mixed messages about cannabis in the community. Young people are hearing that it's a medicine for some people. They're hearing it's legal. They may be hearing from social media influences or peer influences that you can use this substance and still be very successful or have a lot of fun in life. And the reality is that cannabis is incredibly complex, and the myths and misperceptions around cannabis are really kind of widespread currently. One of the biggest concerns with legalization is that it has created this perception of safety with cannabis, and the legal status of a substance doesn't change its risk or benefit profile. So the importance of having those conversations with both youth and adults is to really ensure that people are getting accurate information to be able to inform healthy choices and good choices that will impact not just their brain health today, right, but their future and their health to come.
Okay, let's talk about what services Horizon Health has to provide help and address the increase in substance use among our, teens and adolescents.
Sure. Horizon has been working really closely in partnership with schools across Erie, Niagara, and Genesee counties. So right now we have counselors on site at 25 different schools in Western New York. And we recently received a grant from SAMHSA to provide free substance use education, screening, and referrals for adolescents and young adults in Western New York. So that will be middle school, high school, and college students. So we'll be able to be right on site providing services to the students and their families, and just provide more ease of access.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about the impact you have seen working so closely with the schools and the faculty and the students.
Absolutely. I think we've reduced a lot of barriers to accessing services. Getting right on site where they are all day has really enabled us to do work that we wouldn't have been able to do with busy schedules, things like extracurricular activities, parents' work schedules, transportation difficulties, all of those things that can provide barriers. And even just getting the information out there and working closely with the school counseling team has really been very, very helpful.
I think it's important that we're having these, conversations. Like you said, we went from a period where cannabis was such a taboo topic and it was such a big no-no, and now it's legalized and now it's being more accepted. But like you said, the key word was for adults, and with our young adolescents, these are their developmental years, and it's affecting their brains. And also you have to be, with any, drug, you have to be aware of where you're getting it, because unfortunately there are people that are putting things in it that shouldn't be there, right? And that has to be scary for parents, but it's important to have that dialogue with your child so that you know what's going on, right? Do you want to talk about where people can learn more information about all of the services Horizon Health has to offer?
Yeah, you can find information on our website. So horizon-health.org has a lot of information about all the services and all of our locations. And you can always reach out to me as well. But the main number is 831-1800 to access our patient engagement team.
Alrighty, thank you both so much for coming in and sharing more about this. Viewers, for more information on how our sponsors at Horizon Health Services can help you or your teen, visit their website or contact their Patient Experience Center at the number right there on your screen.